So let's get started today thinking about something you probably have never thought about before in your life, but that's what I'm here for. So I had to get some air in my tires today, so I pull up to a little mini mart. I go up to the air machine. You know what I'm talking about. 4 quarters gets me 4 minutes of air. $1 gets me 4 minutes of air, or $1.50 gets me 4 minutes of air if I have to use my credit card. How much does air cost? Exactly my point. What are we doing paying for air? And of course, we do this everywhere. It's not like a new thing that just happened today. But the thing that really got me was, okay, I can understand you want to make a buck off of me because you want $1 worth for 4 minutes of air. But now you want to make an extra 50 cents if I want to use my credit card when I know, as a guy that has online merchant accounts for over 15 years, the worst case scenario, they're charging you 5%, let's say. Well, on $1, that's an extra 5 cents, okay? But you're making an extra 45 cents because you're charging me, instead of $1, $1.05. No, you're charging $1.50 for the air. Again, how much does air cost? These are the things that you have to consider every single day when you watch this video report. Okay, let's get going here. I've won 10 out of 13 complimentary plays in football and basketball combined since last Tuesday. And, you know, over the past 3.5 months, I'm like, 30-some games over 500. I'm going to take a look at the Boston-Indiana game coming up in just a moment. Strange football game last night. I mean, never thought in a million years that Toledo would lose outright at the Glass Bowl to Northern Illinois. But there is a team that simply has the Rockets' number, 6 straight wins in the series. I mean, there goes Toledo's undefeated season, their chance for playing on a New Year's Day bowl game. I mean, everything goes down the tubes last night by the Huskies, who, hey, give them credit. I mean, 7.5-point underdog. They were in that game the whole damn way. Unfortunately, myself and most of the guys here at the site, we were on Toledo, except the contrarian, Scott Delaney, my pal, my good friend, my Goomba. Scott Delaney last night with a 100-dime winner on Northern Illinois outright. He has another 100-dimer tonight on another Mid-American Conference game. His MAC Game of the Year, part number 2, in fact, the Ohio Bowling Green side. It's his 100-dime college winner number 6 out of 8. And overall, in all sports with 100-dime max wager plays, over the past 4 years, his record is 89, 61, and 2. And keep in mind, with major wager releases, for Scott Delaney, that's 50-dime plays or higher. $10 bettors have won $34,680 over the past 4 seasons. You get it for more than half price off by using coupon code 100DIMES, 100DIMES. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's 100-dimer. Duh. I created the coupon. 100-dimer, 100DIMER. Repeat after me, 100DIMER, and that'll get it for you for over half price off. All your other discounts, coupons, etc. are over on the homepage. I realize a lot of you are staggered at the price of air, but hey, we got to move forward, guys. It's just one of those things. It's our cross to bear in life. Your free play tonight, I'm going to go with the Celtics as the road dog against Indiana. Yes, I know the Pacers finally broke out last night and got a win, but this is not a very good Pacers team. You know, Pacers are going to a small ball attack this year, looking to get more possessions, more offense. It's one of the reasons they let David West and Roy Hibbert go. Larry Bird's going in a different direction, signed Monta Ellis as a free agent. You know, oftentimes going with a 3-guard lineup. Well, it paid off last night at Detroit, where the Pistons were off to a 3-0 start. But what was the final score? I'm just looking. 94-82 last night. Indiana won at Detroit as Rodney Stuckey came off the bench for 23 points. But here's the thing with the Pacers. They have no inside game, okay? They're not a strong rebounding team, and consequently, they're not a strong defensive team either. If you can't rebound, often you can't start the fast break. Kind of common sense there, right? But also, defensively, first 3 losses this season, they allowed their opponents to average 105 points a game on 46.4% shooting from the field. Now, last night, they held the Pistons to 38.4%, okay? But is that the exception or the rule? I say it's an anomaly. I say it's an exception. I say this is not a very good defensive team. At the same time, the Celtics got off to a good start offensively, winning their season opener. In fact, last Wednesday, a week ago today, I had my 17-point blowout of the year, right? Burial blowout, 17-point burial blowout. I went with the Celtics at home against Philadelphia. Celtics won exactly by 17 points in that game. Now, their next 2 games, they lost. They lost 113-103 at Toronto. They lost 96-87 at home to San Antonio. And a lot of people will point out that, you know, they only shot 36.6% in those 2 games. And they'll say, hey, they beat the Sixers, but then they lost their next 2 games. They're supposed to lose to Toronto and San Antonio, okay? Especially the Spurs. And you're talking about the latter, the Spurs, one of the top defensive teams in the NBA. And you're talking about a Toronto team that losing on the road to them by 10 points, that's nothing to be embarrassed about, okay? So I look at this Boston team and I'm going, one of the reasons I backed them last week against Philadelphia is that Danny Ainge has given Brad Stevens a lot of parts, a lot of interchangeable parts, no great stars, no dominant player. You want to say that he's given them a lot of number 4, 5, and 6 starters on the team. That's great. You can say that. But he has depth, and he has interchangeable parts. And he has some talent along the front line with David Lee, the former Warrior, along with Tyler Zeller. Jay Crowder is like their defensive stopper. Bradley and Smart in the backcourt, a deep bench as well. They love to play small ball. They love to play at an up-tempo pace. The Pacers are trying to learn to play at that pace. This is the Celtics game. This is why they've got Isaiah Thomas coming off the bench, who's leading them in scoring right now with 23 points a game. He's the sixth man. He's going to come out and he's going to launch the shots, and they're going to continue to run. So I think tonight the Pacers are going to have problems as they try to establish their new identity against a team that is very comfortable playing that up-tempo style. And that's why I like the Celtics tonight. And that's going to be your complimentary play. Good luck, everybody. I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.